this time from the Legion 12 pack of the DC Universe Classics line that was available in October of 2011 from MattyCollector.com. We have the only female member that was included in this pack, and that is Saturn Girl. And Saturn Girl was a founding member and of course the first female Legion member. If they were to do only one female Legion figure in this first assortment, it should have been and is Saturn Girl. So taking a look at her sculpt, she has very nice head and face. I think they've really done a lot better with the female faces recently. Now her body here is pretty much the old female buck. It is a little bit odd here in that it makes her a little bit taller than most of the other Legionnaires, and that is kind of unfortunate. I think they should have used the smaller Donna Troy buck. I think to give her, as you can tell here, that look, next to Cosmic Boy, she's taller. Next to Lightning Lad, she's taller. In fact, I think the only figures that are taller than her are Ultra Boy and Wildfire, and of course Colossal Boy. But out of the like standard size figures, she is just a little bit too tall. Now, other than that, she's fine, sculpt-wise. No problems with her. I do run into the common paint problem with these Legionnaire figures, in that her white isn't really white. It's grayish white. Just doesn't look as well. And just want to call attention, it looks like they had intended to paint over this at some point, because right there is a nice white colored paint on her boot. So I don't know where that is from, and it's just odd that they would, it looks like they said, that gray doesn't look too good. We'll just try and paint it over white. And they painted it over white, and they weren't really happy with it, so they just took it off and left some of it on her foot there. The other paint problem is that between the different plastics here, the colors really don't match all that well. There's a slight variation, and under certain types of light, it becomes more apparent. While it's not terrible, it is just a little bit unfortunate that they couldn't match paints better. Now, for articulation, again, it's pretty much the standard for DC Universe Classics. Her head is very tight for some reason, but still can go left and right, and very slightly up and down due to the sculpt of her hair in the back there. Her arms do go all the way around, out and in, rotate at the bicep, bend at the elbow, and rotate at the wrist. Forgot to mention that she does have the Legion ring. All of them do. It's very nicely sculpted. You can make out the Legion symbol on there, and her little Saturn symbol is nicely tampoed on her upper chest there. Continuing articulation. She's got ab movement really more backward than forward. She's got waist articulation, but it really makes her look odd, I think. She's got this skirt little thing that goes over her legs that really does hinder the articulation here, especially out to the side. Now, you can still move it a little bit more forward than anything. You can't really move it back or out to the side, and as you can see right there, that's on both legs. She does rotate at the lower thigh, and she bends at the knee, and it bends at the ankle there. It's really difficult to kind of get her posed, other than a few poses that she's limited to because of both the skirt and her head here. So main articulation is going to be in the arms for the most part. As I said, she is a founding member of the team. Her real name is Irma Ardeen, and she is from the planet Titan. And all Titanians have telepathic abilities. She's, of course, if you saw my Lightning Lad review, she is linked romantically to him and eventually does marry him. And she loves him so much that she conspires to resurrect him when he dies. The way the resurrection is set up is that one of the legionnaires that help to resurrect him will sacrifice themselves to bring him back. And it's supposed to be anonymous, but she's arranged it so that she knows that she will be the one to sacrifice her life to bring back Lightning Lad. However, the pet of Chameleon Boy, who is also very partial to, very fond of Saturn Girl, realizes this and takes her place, shifting his shape into her form, and thus sacrificing himself to resurrect the Garth Rand's Lightning Lad. It's kind of hinted at that the resurrected Garth is not really Garth, but the body of Garth with the mind of the body and mind of Garth in Proteus' body. Hasn't really been established. I don't think it has, whether or not that's been true or not. But that may have been changed up when they sort of revisited that story in the recent reboot of the world. She had used her mental powers to gain the leadership of the Legion to initiate this resurrection. However, that leadership was retained after she came clean to the rest of the Legion about it. Which I can also believe that she is actually the first female to lead the team, to lead any team in comics. And that's around, I believe, 1962, I think that this happened. So that's pretty... Of course, she married Garth Lightning Lad, and she had a couple of sets of twins with him, one of which was taken into the past, and it eventually became the enemy of the Legion and a member of the Fatal Five known as Validus. And eventually he was cured and returned to infant age. Again, I don't know how much of that is in continuity, again, because of the reboot. And some of the later stuff that happened to the Legion may not have actually happened in the current continuity. She's made several appearances in other media, including the Superman animated series in the episode known as New Kids in Town, where she visits a young Clark Kent, and alongside Cosmic Boy and Chameleon Boy. And in that episode, she's voiced by Melissa Joan Hart, who you might know as Sabrina the Teenage Witch. She does have a slight cameo, a non-speaking cameo in Justice League Unlimited, and she was played in her live-action appearance on Smallville by the actress Alexis Johnson. That's it for Saturn Girl. Stay tuned for more reviews of the Legion members that were part of the 12-pack available from MattyCollector.com in October of 2011. And until my next video, I'll see you.